Dear friends, welcome back to Data Analytics Talks. This is our ninth session under Becoming an Azure Data Engineer. Thank you very much for all your support, and I hope these videos are really helping you to build yourself into data engineer. So in the last few sessions, we had been focusing on Azure Storage Account, data like Gen 1, Gen 2, and some of the big data file formats. In the coming few sessions, we will be focusing on SQL as a relational database. Now we are moving from file system to relational database systems. And in this session, I will be particularly focusing on creating an environment where I can install SQL Server Express Edition and SQL Management Studio. So we will create our first virtual machine in Microsoft Azure. As I referred in the cloud computing session, virtual machine is an infrastructure as a service from Microsoft. So where do I create my virtual machine? An Azure virtual machine can be created through the Azure portal, and this provides a browser-based user interface to create virtual machine and their associated resources. So I am going to show you in the portal how to create a virtual machine, how to choose the options and create your first virtual machine. Try to RDP the virtual machine. In our next session, we will be focusing on installing the required software for our SQL. Let's go to the Azure portal. What is the URL? It is portal.azure.com. Yes, this will ask you to authenticate, provide your user account and get into the portal. I have logged into my Azure portal. Click on the create button. So it will open your wizard, and in the wizard you can see the basic details, then what is the disk configuration you want, then what are the network configuration you would like to have, then management options, then monitoring, advanced options, then tag and review and create. So let me start from the basic. I have to choose a subscription, that's a resource group. Then I should give a virtual machine name. I am giving that SQL virtual machine because I would like to install SQL Server in this machine. So that is available. Then where should I create? I can create West US. If you need availability options, you can choose availability options. There are many options. We have the security type. Then what is the image? What type of OS we need to configure in the virtual machine. So we have a lot of options. It includes Windows 10, Ubuntu, then Linux, then Windows Server, and Windows 10 Pro, 11 Pro. So there are many images that you can choose for your operating system. I have chosen the Windows 10 Pro. Choose between 32-bit and 64-bit. Then I selected 64. Then based on your budget, you can choose the configuration. There are many options that you can see under this size. Based on the capacity, based on the configurations, based on your budget, you can go for any of these series. And some are D series, B series, E series, F series, and B series. I have selected B series. It cost me monthly 2,843.58. Then what should be? You should have a username. I have username. I can say dad's SQL VM user. I just give a name. Then I should give a username and password, and I should actually make a username, a simple username. So it's simple. That's VM user 123. Please make sure that you note down this username and password so that you can use it later on. Select inbound ports. So you can choose HTTP 80, HTTPS 443, SSH 22, then RDP. I would like to do RDP. So I choose RDP. Then I should confirm I have an eligible Windows 10, 11 license with multi-tenant hosting rights. Please choose what is relevant for you. Then coming to the disk tab, you can choose whether you need a premium SD or a standard one. I would like to have a standard one because that's for a testing purpose. Then how do you manage your key management? You can say platform managed key, or you can mention customer managed key, something like that. Then you can go to the next level. Here, networking, you can choose networking and choose RDP. Please note that this will allow all IP addresses to access your virtual machine. This is only recommended for testing. So if you are in the production environment, so don't use RDP. Okay, take care of the security as you build your virtual machine. How do you want to set up your load balancing? I have only a single VM. There is no need for any load balancing. Let me move on. And there is a management in Azure. So we are paid for what you use. Whenever the virtual machine is not in use, you can shut down so that you can save your budget. I would recommend to shut down at 7 p.m. every day. So auto shutdown, so that I can save some money. Choose the time zone. Then we have the email address. Do you need enable backup? Do we need enable site recovery? So yeah, I don't need anything. So I'm just going. Now it is time to set up your monitoring. So under monitoring, you can configure alerts. There are many scenarios where you can set up alert. Basically, the percentage of CPU is greater than 80. Available memory bytes is less than 1 GB. You can configure these alerts, and where you can set the email, where do you want to send alerts, that is possible. And diagnostic setup, do you want to enable with the managed storage account, enable with custom storage account, or disable? So where do you want to put your diagnostic logs? So that is also possible to configure. I am leaving it as default. I don't want to choose anything. I will go next. Advanced, we have an advanced tab where you can set all the advanced configurations. It is all about custom data, user data, performance, host, capacity, reservations, proximity, placement group, and so on. So choose all that is relevant for us. Next is a tagging. I leave it as it is. Then finally, I can review and create my virtual machine. In the review, it will show you what are the options you have chosen under all the tabs. Okay, if you are happy, click on create. It takes a couple of minutes to create your virtual machine. Let's wait for that. It provisions multiple things. When there is a VM provisioned, you can see that there is network interfaces, virtual networks, public addresses, network security groups, and it's also provisioning some more additional resources. Finally, it is provisioning a virtual machine. So finally, the deployment is complete and my virtual machine is ready. So let me go to my resource, which is my newly created virtual machine. See, once the virtual machine is created, we can come to the overview page. I am in the overview page, and you can see all the features, all the properties, metadata of this virtual machine here, where it is created, which resource group, and what is the status, whether it is running or stopped, which location, subscription, operating system, size, public address, virtual network, DNS, if it is configured. And also you can see in the left side navigation all the features that every Azure resource has. That's also applicable to the VM that we have created. So how do I connect to the VM? VM is an infrastructure where I am going to install my SQL Server. So I need to connect to the VM. I can click on this connect. There is a public IP created, and I will choose RDP. So the way how we are connecting to any virtual machine is through RDP. The port is 3389, and there is a admin user and there is an IP address. I can download this RDP file, come to the native RDP. Let me download. Once it is downloaded, I can click on the RDP. Then I should click connect. I should be able to give the username and password. that I have created while configuring my VM. So this is the username, and what was the password? Let me give the password also. So I have given username and password, and it is connecting. It is connecting. So I am connecting to my virtual machine. So quick. It has taken me less than 10 minutes to set up my VM, where I can install my SQL Server and Management Studio. Then I can start my journey of the relational database. Let me wait. Yeah, see, I can choose the privacy settings. Okay, I will just accept everything. Here, I am good with my virtual machine. So fast, so quick is Azure portal. Let me check this PC properties. The device name is DATS SQL VM. What is the processor? Installed RAM, device ID, product ID. Then type is 64-bit. Then it is a Windows specification. All the details are available here for our reference. So in this session, I am going to install SQL Server. You got an idea how to create a virtual machine and log into the virtual machine. So this is how Azure Infrastructure as a Service works. So you got the infrastructure. Next, we will install all the required software for our need or business needs. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will shut down this VM so that I won't be charged. Remember, Azure portal is based on pay as you use. Okay. Thank you.